The Stone Town area of Zanzibar City is a UNESCO World Heritage protected site and has been for quite some time. So there's such a big amount of history here, from Portuguese settlement days to a lot of Arab influence. In fact, all of Zanzibar has been sort of a melting pot between cultures such as Indian, Arabic, European, and so forth. And that's reflected in everything from the people to the foods and whatnot. So I've learned quite a bit of history of Zanzibar. And for those of you that know your geography, back in the 60s, Tanzania was called Tanganyika. And Zanzibar is just an island right off the coast. And after the revolution in the 60s and the relinquishment of British control, Tanganyika became Tanzania, which is a cross between Tanganyika and Zanzibar. So Zanzibar today is a territory of Tanzania, much like I suppose Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and Guam are of the US. And yet when we arrived via ferry, we still had to present and go through customs and so forth with passport control. So let's take a look around this charming little town and the waterfront. I know later we are going to go out to Turtle Island, also named as Shangu Island, and then we also have on our plans a spice tour and just to look around the area, and then over to the slave markets, which sadly are a grim reminder of the slave trade in the 1800s, which rather than going to the Americas, the slave trade here on this side of the Indian Ocean was geared more towards the Arab nations, actually, especially Oman. So let's go ahead and take a look at these couple days. All right, we're headed out to Prison Island. We just had a walk over here and here at the marina. Yeah, just finished that spice plantation. And here on the sort of like the main promenade in Stone Town. And let's do this. Here we go, and we're off in a little boat. No. All right, we're on approach. Pretty water. That's some mighty clear water. I bet it's like that on the other side of the island too. I mean, that's really clear. Okay, Mama, go.
Well. Do I go down this thing?
Yeah, Lori, I don't know. Shit, man. This was originally intended to be a prison. It was set up by the Sultan of Oman. And it was supposed to be for slaves, but it was never used as a prison. Instead, it was converted to a hospital for malaria and yellow fever and cholera. Yeah, so kind of neat. Makes sense why it's Prison Island, Canggu, and Turtle Island.
Yes.
Okay, these are some big turtles.
He's a smart boy. He stays by the front.
Now, how old is this guy?
132.
This one is 132
Okay, you can fit.
years old. It's just unbelievable.
Come close.
They came over here in 1919 from the Seychelles. There were only 4, and he said there are now 200 on the island.
Wow.
I mean, it's truly just enormous. I mean, this is
How
my
fast
foot.
do they walk?
No, pole.
Very, very slowly.
Slowly.
Very, very slowly.
Look at their mouth.
He
Wow.
says, hey, what are you talking about my mouth for?
He's making them stand up. Poor guy. Just look at this. Look at the size.
Oh, you are rough. You want some more food? No? You big boy. You big boy. Where are you?
The babies are all in here, and you can't see through the screen, but some of them are like the size of a pancake. And they stay in here for 1 year. Then as soon as they get, after a year, they have to stay in this for another 5 years before they get out to this main area. What a life. Here comes our boat, the Monterey. Okay, after a great day out at Turtle Island, we're here once again at the night market, and sadly getting a Nutella mango pizza yet again. So, I mean, sadly for me, but not so sadly for Weight Watchers once I get home. But Stonetown here in Zanzibar City has been really cool. We've got one more day, and then we're heading over to Duange. Is that how it's pronounced? On the other side of the island for some really pretty beaches. Nutella mango. Wow. These were slave chambers. Just terrible. That's just the odors. Just the odors.
They chained up?
Yes, the chain, it was around the legs because they were already under arrest. You can see. Okay. So now please, we'll still keep on. Mind your head again.
Well, mind your head, I'll say. Up to 75 people in these little tiny rooms that aren't, oh gosh, not even 6 feet tall, maybe 5.5. And they were held here for up to 2 weeks, he said, before they went up to market.
Because during the high tide, the water was coming to passing through and then washing away everything, and there's free space. It was ventilations. That's why many of them, they were died here from the suffocation, starvations, and other diseases.
So they were held here like for a few days?
Yeah, 2 days or 3 days. And you know how many slaves over here? 75 here.
75?
Yes, women, the children, this room, and the next room there, 50 men, because men and the women, they were separate. Right. That's what you can see, they were unhappy. And the probably many of them, they were
This Anglican church was built in 1873 right over the slave market itself where the auctions took place. And again, just to sort of commemorate that spot. And Livingston freed the slaves about that same time, right? Well, we just finished the slave tour and made it to lunch here at a place called 6 Degrees, which is obviously 6 degrees south of the equator. It's a fun little place in kind of a touristy area, you know, the kind of place where there's a Park Hyatt and a DoubleTree Inn and whatever. Not my kind of thing, but it is nice. Stop for lunch. And on the way, I've been desperately needing it, but I got a haircut. Woohoo! Yeah, a little short, but it sure felt nice after it was getting so long. So this is right on the beach. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, this is the view here from lunch. It's pretty cool. Hey, Lori. What's up?
What's up?
Okay. So yeah, just a beach right there, right in front, which could be any beach, USA, but it isn't. That is the west shore of the Indian Ocean. Pretty colors, a lot prettier than a lot of beaches. Just look at this entrance. It's just unbelievable. Complete solitude. You do hear roosters. And other than a few lizards and bugs here and there, there's not a soul here. I mean, the owners are nearby, but no one else. Good morning, good morning. Here from the coast of Zanzibar. When people think of exotic beach settings that may be a little bit beyond Hawaii or Mexico or the Caribbean, oftentimes people may think of, oh gosh, the Seychelles or Bora Bora, Tahiti, but certainly not Zanzibar. Here we are just 45 minutes off the coast of Africa on the Indian Ocean, just off of Tanzania, and these beaches are every bit as beautiful as anything I've ever seen throughout the world, and yet no people. There are like, maybe I've seen a dozen people in any of these resorts, and it's not like it's low season or anything. Let's take a look around this resort area and some of these beautiful settings. Well, life is tough out here at the, is it Lime Garden Inn? At the Lime Garden Inn. As Jeffrey just brought over some fresh squeezed limeade. The only thing it's missing is a shot of vodka, but he also brought over some snacks, unsolicited. So it's sort of like we have our own cook or chef or bartender right here. Cheers. Hey Karen, I wish I had my pool buddy. It's nicely heated and not a soul in sight. No one. Well, except for Lori over there. But I mean, no one else. Hey guys, and that's a wrap. That is finally a wrap of that long Africa trip from September and October. It was filled with so many memories, and those safaris were unbelievable. More than we could have ever expected in terms of seeing way more than just the big five in terms of animals. The week in Zanzibar was absolutely great and much needed before heading home. I always think that if you're going to head halfway across the world, I can't just go for a couple weeks. You got to extend that, and after that grueling safari, it was exactly what was needed. Anyway, hey, I'm caught up with the vlogs now, and again, tomorrow is India. Hard to believe. So I will try my best to stay up to date with that, again, dependent on Wi-Fi. But hang in there, and we will see you soon. Bye.